Saucy Deckhand and Hunter. Did I see that? Yeah.
Wave Zuka, Eagle Horn Bows, ladies and gents. Pump up the value. Also, he can do what he wants because the pirate is free, so...
So what do we do here? Hunted Creeper?
Yeah, I don't dislike it, but Knife Juggler is probably a bit better for pressure.
Well, it kinda sucks that it backstab and it will be top decked right now. Nope. Almost. 0 mana to 7, that's almost the same.
Whoa,
Well,
a sap this early. Ouch.
if you see the sap instead of a backstab, you just replay it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, backstab.
Second bow. The bow is the most important card against the rogue. It basically says deal at least 6 points of damage.
It's
and that's
guaranteed
insane.
damage output. Yeah.
Farsi will not heal any points of damage. That's gonna be hurtful. Now you got the bow to trade for the Farseer.
This is a perfect outcome here for RDU. Gets the trade, the juggler sticks around, the Belcher is not even ready to come down. Orange
Unless
is gonna
there
have
will
to
be
find
an
an answer.
agent or backstab. Oh, agent. Okay, so you now prep into agent, right?
It's still horrible.
Yeah,
but
it's awful because then you trade it into the second durability point of the bow, and you still leave.
Oh, he's just gonna fetch a backstab. Never mind. I can't really blame him. I think that's a great idea, in fact, because you're spending way too many resources on one SI.
What about not getting the backstab here?
Well, I mean, it sucks, but you could get Fan of Knives with Blood Mage next turn. I think it's a payoff you have to try to take. Oh my goodness, RDU. Look at that cancer. Well, I think I just metastasized.
Well, there's one little problem for RDU. There's a Belcher.
Right. But there's probably a Hoot Hoot. Actually, if a Belcher falls down... sorry about that. If a Belcher falls down, he can deal with it with his current board, right?
Yeah, he can deal with it, but, you know, he kinda trades his both 1/1s. What about Talnos and Agent instead of Belcher?
That's not a bad idea. It's
I think it sucks anyway.
Both plays suck. I mean, if you're facing Face Hunter as a rogue, none of the plays you make are gonna feel good until you get an anti-heal bot. So, I mean, you pick your poison effectively.
Not deadly poison.
No, not that. Well, I mean, you could. It would have been great against that juggler, mind you. Now that we talk about the deadly.
Prep
Sap Belcher. That's not.
Prep Sap Belcher. Yeah, that's not bad.
Prep Sap SI. Into Blood Mage.
Prep Sap SI.
Actually, Prep Sap Belcher. Yeah, Prep Sap SI Agent. That's not terrible. What else are you gonna sap? A Wolf Rider? I don't think so. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
You play it now, you get a Belcher next turn, you get the trade first.
Nah, you want to keep the prep. Yeah. You have to keep the prep for the Belcher turn. At least.
No, if you play it now, I mean, if you replays the Leper Gnome, you can trade your Blood Mage into it. So you're probably happy to use it now and then get a good Belcher on the following turn. I like Orange's line of play, but he's really on the defensive here. RDU finds a bit more damage, which he's just going to throw on the board.
Hero power. Do you kill the agent? Or just deal 3 points of damage to the face?
I like trading the agent, but if you go full phase,
now it will backfire really badly for RDU.
Will it? He's got bow plus Southsea plus the abusive. How much does it backfire?
Well, if you top decks a kill command, it doesn't. Kill command bow.
Does it even backfire now? I don't think it does. I mean, it kind of does, but not really.
You have to play bow, attack into Belcher with Southsea,
then buff up the
abusive
creeper.
Sergeant. Yeah,
I think you're good.
You lose 2 points of damage though.
Leroy, you don't have Unleashed. I don't think you get that done.
You have to keep that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Well, Let's see if Orange plays more healing. That's what I'm curious about. How much of those Earthlings and anti-heal bots have made their way into Orange's list? That's kind of what I want to know at this point.
You know what's funny? One Belcher might win the game.
One more, right? Or I think
no, even this
Belcher.
one. Even this one can win the game.
Because it's 7 damage tanked?
Yeah. Like, Leroy next turn would have been almost basically guaranteed lethal because you wouldn't be mana inefficient with your plays now.
Yeah. Oh man, if a Fan of Knives comes out, but
Sharp
no,
Sword, that's not bad. That's definitely not the worst draw you could have gotten because you want to raise Hunter at some point of the game.
And RDU is playing into Blade Flurry so hard, but I guess at this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you have to go all in. Well, that's basically what Face Hunter does, right? All in.
Yeah, never fold.
So you kill... What?
Kill everything.
You use the Eviscerate? Nah, I don't think so.
Just
Right?
Eviscerate on the 2-1 sounds like value. I mean, everything has 1 health anyway, so you're still just gonna kill all the 1-1s.
How many points of damage do you have next turn? 4, 7, 8, and then 11, 14, 18 points of damage.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Damage detected.
So you
I'm in pain here.
use Hero Power, Arcane Golem, and Pirate, right?
Yeah.
Because then next turn you can fit Leroy with Unleash the Hounds, or Leroy with Kill Command, or Leroy with...
Wait, what if you just trade your C into the 3-1?
Do you need to set up for lethal next turn, right? With
Right. Oh yeah, that's right.
with counting Farseers,
Farseers,
or whatever.
Yeah. 1 Farseer, then that's gonna be lethal. If you keep
Use
like,
it, use it, dude. Use the Arcane Golem. You will have to use the next card you will draw, so you won't have enough mana for not using the Arcane Golem right now. Okay. And that's not stopping RDU. So I'm looking for answers, and I don't see one.
I sense a soul in search of answers. I don't know.
Yeah, load up is the only one thing you can do is load up, and that's basically lose the game.
Yeah, that's essentially in this position. It's lose the game because it doesn't do anything. I mean,
you might be worried about kill command, and if you manage to clear the whole board, then you buy yourself a turn. Because kill command is for 8 points of mana, but that doesn't really matter because you can't clear the board. There's 1 creature left behind, or 2 if you kill the beast. So
yep. I mean, you're still dead to unleash no matter what. So
yeah,
how are you gonna play around here?
Doggies are all over you. Oh well, look. Kill command.
That's gonna do it. Does he? Oh no, RDU is tilting orange. Oh goodness. Well, hopefully orange doesn't feel too tilted by that top deck, but prepare your SM orcs, guys.
Oh,
Control C, Control V.
Double sprint and opening hand.
Oh, he can run really fast.
Oh yeah. Double sprint is gallop.
Wow. Actually, I think it's sprint, prep, sprint. I remember doing that in World of Warcraft. Preparation, reset your cooldowns, so you could just sprint forever.
Okay. Makes sense. 2 points of damage from the Abusive Sergeant. Value. Well, that's a good drop for next turn.
Well, I feel like RDU's hand, although it looked clunky at first, is it's improved already. He's got the Flurry to deal with the 1 health minions and the remaining tokens from the Creeper, and he's got a Farseer to get something down on the board.
Still not looking good for RDU.
So I don't know. I like the Farseer play. I mean, when he finds a prep, this entire game gets turned around.
You mean the
Violet Blade Flurry is going to be insane.
Well,
I think it's all about that prep. Really? I feel like his position is not as bad as we're making it out to be. He's got 2 Violet Teachers. He's got himself a good sap. You might get the first Violet out right now if you wanted. Then you can get a good Blade Flurry next turn. Pop the Spider, then Flurry everything.
Yeah, that's not bad. But it will meet a kill command, I think.
You forgot an S.
Well, okay, maybe not, because you just draw Unleash the Hound. Unleash the Hounds, sorry. So you don't worry about those 1/1s at all. They even help you.
Dear Diary, my name is Orange. Today I went face.
And Redagger.
Yep, I think that makes a lot of sense. Pretty standard line of play, but look at this board now. The Rogue is actually in a favorable board position. Of course it's not, but...
That's so weird.
Is it that bad, though?
Well, Unleash the Hound's hero power, 4 damage to the face.
Right.
Or just
I think you just keep the Unleash for Leroy later. I mean, I don't think you're using Unleash right now.
What, turn 8? So you just drop Mad Scientist hero power?
Yeah. And then you get Explosive Trap, that's 2 more damage, and then you ramp up slowly to that turn 8.
Well, if you use...
well, I'm wrong, obviously. I was wrong.
11 points of health. Okay, so you want to kill the Whelps, because you don't want to get more value for the Unleash the Hounds. And how much damage do you deal each turn?
Well, there's 8 damage right now he can play with Unleash Kill Command. On its own, that's 8. So he's almost, actually, yeah, he's almost at the lethal with the Arcane Golem. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him push.
What about Unleash the Hound's Kill Command now? That's...
Yeah, that's what he has to do.
Yeah.
To set up the lethal for the next turn's Arcane Golem. I think so.
No, he goes for the Arcane Golem now.
6 damage. That's not too bad.
But it gets 7 points of... No, he goes for
I like KC a bit better, honestly. I think Kill Command is a bit better.
Interesting tactic.
Interesting tactic. Yeah, it's very... it's not like... I don't see that very often. Right?
So now you have to play Farseer, Backstab, Eviscerate Face.
You have to eviscerate your Shredder and try for a Savage. You try for the Savage.
You have to push for damage. You have to win next turn.
But
you deal 8 points of damage right this turn, right?
What if he does find the taunt off of the Shredder? Because he gets a ton of 1/1s out of those spells.
Wait, what are we talking about? He's at 6 points of life.
He's dead, I know. That's what I'm saying. He has to pull off a Savage. That is the only way he wins this game. Oh, man. Is he gonna try? He doesn't. He would have killed the Hound if he did. Right?
No, I don't think so.
Come on, pull off a Savage. No, he's not pulling it off. Well, this is a story how Valera's life got flipped, turned upside down.
Iron Big Owl? No way!
Yeah, sick top deck.
Arcane Golem, kill him. Finish him!
Well, that's a reverse Hunter versus Rogue play, so both players have won with their Hunters, so that's out of the way. They're both equalizing, which means RDU is left.
Think about Paladin against Druid matchup. What you want to get is those Peacekeepers out.
Aldor Peacekeepers, I think, as fast as possible.
Well, Crucible Champion is also something you want to get.
Yeah. Well,
and Innervate with coin.
Doctor 4 at the very least. And I mean, it could be a Doctor 2. It could be a Doctor 2, but let's be honest.
You have to use the Massive Weapon on turn 3, right?
It's not Doctor.
All
right.
That's a Doctor Draw.
What I like about the line of play he's taking by not Innervate coining out a 5-drop is that it allows him to get a good turn 3 5-drop and a turn 4 5-drop. So that's a bit more consistent in general.
Oh, second Massive Battle. That doesn't help at all.
Well, you play the
I don't know what I'm excited.
You play the second one on turn 4, and then you play the Quartermaster, and then Druid leaves the game. Yeah. That's how you do it. Did you hear? Innervate Belcher. So True Silver Champion is going to be very helpful here for RDU.
That's very true.
Get a bit of value out of that.
Tyrion, that's also a crucial draw against Druid.
Yeah, needed for the late game. Usually you can contest the mid game fairly effectively, but getting to the late game, you want to put pressure with that.
Next turn is Dr. 7 at Dr. 4.
No, there's no Innervate. Innervate has been used already.
Oh yeah, right. What I'm talking about. Never mind.
Yeah. If you'd kept those two for Dr. 4, I think you get punished too severely by a lot of the lineups. Oh wow, that is a great draw here for Orange, getting himself a Shredder. I think that's better than playing the Jewel of the Claw with the coin, because you can coin out your Dr. Soonish if you want to.
Dr.
You're curving
Soonish?
out pretty well. No, you can coin out your Dr. Soonish. No, Dr. Soonish. Alright, so he goes for the coin Jewel of the Claw play. Feeding some value into a pot. Oh man, what if there were a Quartermaster here? Look at the value. That would have been disgusting. It's not too late yet.
What about turn 6 is looking bleak.
For Orange? Or
for RDU? For RDU.
Yeah.
But you got both presents, so it's okay.
I think it's bleak, but you can at least play the heal bot for a body. Oh, wow, he finds the Quartermaster. The thing is, do you keep it for turn 8? I think you have to.
Yeah, I think you do.
But look at that swipe from Orange.
But it's okay. This swipe is still okay for you, because then you know that he lost a whole turn not developing anything.
Yeah, but then he plays Dr. Boom.
Well...
And then you wish you'd never taken a step on this earth.
I think RDU might have to use the Quartermaster with hero power. That sucks.
I'm afraid you're right, though. I think you might just heal bot for a body with a 1/1, so you can go for Muster, Quartermaster next turn and get much more value out of it. I mean,
and
Dr.
then you
Boom
lose
sucks.
to Savage Roar.
Right, but you always lose to Savage Roar anyway.
Like, if they win, and then... I can't say that, Oh man, now you can't play Masterful Battle with Quartermaster. You can't.
Dear Diary, today I went face. So here's the thing.
Tyrion? You dropped Tyrion?
Do you really have a choice? You're playing into Keeper, but honestly, at this point, your options are so limited. If you had an Aldor Peacekeeper, this would be a different story, but you just don't have one.
Well, what about the...
Muster for Battle Quartermaster?
I think it's still the best. It's still the best.
Yeah. You still have Leon Hands, you still have Tyrion, and now you're not playing into the...
And how... Wait. Let's think.
He could go face and win, theoretically.
But he will lose if he does that.
In this case,
he will get... There's a Druid of the Claw, so that's 6 points of damage. Then you have 9, 12, 19, 21, 23 points of damage.
I'm a little surprised that he took the boom bot 5 to the face instead of taking the boom bot, but...
And now Orange has to charge.
Yeah, that's GG.
Yeah, that's everything you have to do.
That's all you have to do. Well, that's exact lethal.
I was surprised. He could have been...
He could have not died if he didn't hit the Lothar with his face, but that's going to be a really punishing decision that he made at the very end there, and he's probably going to be hating himself for it. Probably forgot to... Yeah, Orange is getting the coin though, so that gives him a bit of an edge in this matchup. You want the coin for a combo start.
He has the prep with sprint.
Yeah. And the Lothar to deny RDU any chance of unlocking the board after it's been taken over.
That is looking grim for RDU.
We'll have to see, but they're both running Belchers, it seems. I see a Belcher in RDU's Rogue.
Will he attack? That basically says, I have no free drop. Okay, so he's not attacking. Next turn, you want to coin Valid Teacher, backstab the agent, kill it with your dagger, but RDU plays just Fan of Knives.
Yeah, once the card cycle, but... Should be punished. Oh, goodness.
So, what about...
Coin Violet and pass, I think.
Yeah.
And then you get an amazing play next turn. Whatever you do, you're getting an amazing play. Pretty much.
True. It's looking grim for RDU. Very grim.
He's still got a good deadly SI here, let's be honest. His ability to contest the board is far from gone. He's got the ability to keep the pressure on. He's on 4, he's going to get a Belcher next turn. He's got an SI, a second SI on the back end. So honestly, I feel like as bad as RDU's position is in the long term because he doesn't have a sprint, as soon as he does find one, that might equalize everything.
So you have to prep sprint now. And then you play Azure Drake backstab next turn.
Yeah, and you're going to be able to kill that SI7 agent.
And you have your Farseer to heal for those 3 points of damage you lost to the agent that one turn.
Oh man, the options in Orange's hand are just infinite. So many minions, but very few spells. There's one Blade Flurry and a Backstab. He's got limited spells to manage with.
Which is very good for RDU because he has the Blade Flurry.
Well, I just said there are no spells, but he picked up a Deadly. It's going to be pretty meaningful. Very meaningful. Gets a really good Van Cleef here. 6/6 Van Cleef.
So how do you deal with that? You backstab it for 2 points. And
you backstab Eviscerate SI, I guess, on the Blood Mage.
Yeah, most likely.
Thing is, he's got to be afraid of Blade Flurry, right? I mean, I can't see...
Well, the Belcher is still okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do like this line of play from RDU. I think it's even better than the Eviscerate, because you can keep Eviscerate for face in a very convincing way.
You have the second Blade Flurry, and you have 3 top decks that can fuel that Blade Flurry. 4 actually, because you have Thanos too.
You know what? The position that Orange was in was very strong initially, but it feels like it's weakening a little bit. He can't play both minions and remove everything.
Well, he wants to play Palted Shredder this turn.
He's gonna play the Farseer, but the thing is, he doesn't get to develop the biggest threats that he's got in his deck.
RDU will replay the Belcher and Redagger, most likely. Maybe you will use the Eviscerate on the Farseer.
Oh.
Okay. So
does that change anything?
No. Next turn, Farseer, Edwin... Farseer, Eviscerate, Edwin.
Yeah. Again, still weak to sap.
But he saw one sap. Oh, never mind.
Well, there might be another here. Lotheb and Sap are going to put a dent in RDU's ability to counterplay here. That second Sap and Lotheb together.
So now he has to play Belcher and Farseer.
Yeah. Belcher and Edwin, or Belcher and Farseer. I like the Edwin because it lives Blade Flurry, but...
He has to play... Yeah. He has to play the Blade Flurry next turn. So what he needs to draw is a Deadly Poison or what else? Wait, 4, 6, 9 points of mana.
Even
so Fan of Knives.
Nice,
Fan of Knives is also really great because then you kill the low tap without, even if you won't have any point of damage.
So I think Azure Drake, Trillion to Belcher, and Fan of Knives here is going to be Orange's general line of play. Or, you just attack into the Belcher, then Blade Flurry everything.
I think you attack into Belcher and Blade Flurry everything.
Yeah. That's a much safer play in general. Well, let's see what he decides to do. I feel like these come down very often to who gets the board, obviously. That's the way Rogue wins nowadays. Yeah, I still like Blade Flurry a lot. And now it's a bit easier for RDU to Blade Flurry everything, but he still needs to find the deadly. He can he can Blade Flurry everything with Tinkers.
No, he doesn't need he doesn't need the Deadly Poison.
He even
can fit.
Gets
wait. Backstep first. Yeah.
Would you? Why?
I
think a 6/6 Edwin is good enough.
Well, you saw 2 saps, so you basically set up lethal next turn, and now you don't have lethal. Because you have an 8/8 on board, and he has 13 points of health, and use both Farseer. So you got him on 5, and you top deck a card, whatever it is, you got combo for the Eviscerate, and then you attack for 1 point of damage with Dagger and Eviscerate. And you kill him.
Yeah, and he wouldn't really be able to deal with this.
Yeah, there's no way.
I guess Belcher would have been the only way to stop you, but that's pretty unlikely.
But you can top deck a Sap.
Yep.
Because you have 2 left in your deck.
Oh man, Orange needs to find a prep here. Or some kind of Eviscerate play, and he finds the Eviscerate. He's got to feel very relieved here because he had no way to deal with that 6/6 Edwin. But even if it had been an 8/8 here,
yeah, even with an 8, it wouldn't matter. But still, he would have need the perfect draw, which wasn't that, to deal with that Van Cleef at 8.
Print top deck, boys. Nope, that's not it. Then again, that's a bit more damage in RDU's favor.
Well, you got 6/10, so you can just go face.
And hope for what?
And hope for next turn win.
How? With what?
With a...
I think you can't leave the Drake alive, honestly. It feels... I mean, it feels awful, but you want to get your sprint, you want to get your second Vile Teacher, I guess. Oh, God.
Would I have been lethal? 4, 6...
That is... 6. It wouldn't have been lethal, but it would have been very close. And that's the thing, RDU can't afford... Like, Drakes are a huge threat. It doesn't look like much, but...
Oh, look, sprint.
Yeah, that's what RDU needs right now. Like never before. He's already played 2 Blade Flurries, so he's got Fan of Knives left for card draw, but... Ah, that's a good top deck. If he's not dead. He might... There's 7 on board, plus another 6, 7...
He's dead.
14, he's dead to Blade Flurry and everything else, so... It was a fun... I think you...
Wait, you attack face! You attack face!
Oh,
no!
Man, what if you Blade Flurry and it killed everything?
Yeah, and then you kill it with bombs for 7 points of damage.
Yeah. You might get a draw. What if there was a draw there? Well, that's gonna be game. Orange is gonna be taking this one. He can't possibly miss that lethal. That's gonna be 3-1 in favor of Orange here in the series.
Yep.
RDU's down.
Look at the bombs. 4. Will we see the bombs?
If they hit for 7 on the face, I'm gonna cry.
Nah, nope. They didn't.
It didn't happen. So Orange gets the 3-1 lead, well, win, in fact, against RDU, which puts RDU in a really